Hey guys, Andy here. Another day's done, you know? Next week is Christmas Eve. It's gonna be the first Christmas without my mom, her mom, my maternal grandma, her brother, my uncle, and her dad, my grandfather. See right there? Yep. First time in my life, all four gone. Yeah, I just cried a few minutes ago. For me, I'd rather be alone on Christmas, you know that? To reflect. I know it was a good year for me, but sometimes two deaths occurred. My uncle back in March, and my grandma just last week. Good thing got the ball rolling in terms of my grandmother's funeral, and I'll get the ball rolling soon regarding my grandmother's estate. And according to you guys, that what I said sounded like grandma prepared. She knew what she was doing. Well, grandma, grandpa, mom, Craig, I know you're proud of me. And grandma, thank you for setting me up for the future. She knew what she was doing regarding her estate. And you guys are right. Dad shouldn't be involved in this. He'll be involved emotionally though. I don't want to exclude him from that. But anything to do with money or otherwise, it's not his business. Grandma knew what she was doing. All legal documents at the courthouse, probate court to be specific, my name is on those. So, and right now I'm taking it one day at a time. Plus, I shaved my beard off. I'm keeping the mustache too. So, and for those of you who don't know, Grandma planned this way back in April. And I saw like an estate planner in her room. I don't know why I pointed that way, but whatever. Yeah, she planned her estate months in advance. That was back in April. She planned that a month. She started doing that a month after my uncle died. She said she's preparing for me, so I want to go through probate. She knew what she was doing. Even she told Jeanette about this, the whole process. She told Jeanette. And I'm glad my internet's involved. All I gotta do now is contact my cousin, his wife, get them on board here, because I need all the help I can get. And I might tell Dad not to come down here until I get things squared away. You know, if he still wants to come down here, that's fine. If he wants to come down the next month, that's fine by me. But he'll stay in my uncle's room. He'll stay right there in my uncle's room. He can sleep on the couch, or he can sleep out here in the chair, no less, too. So, but I'm thinking about that. And I do have a plan in place, and things fall into place. And according to my Uncle Paul, I'm doing a great job regarding my grandma, her funeral, and her estate. So, and I'm glad that the medical examiner's office got a hold of my internet. So I got the ball rolling on that front. I'm glad for that. Yeah, things take time. It doesn't happen overnight. That's what I told my Jeanette. I said, Jeanette, this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. She says I'm right. So right now, I'm taking care of things as the best I can, you know that? I'm learning a lot from this. In fact, I'm learning a lot from my uncle's death, you know? Even my mom's death before that, even my grandpa's death too. Yeah, grieving, death certificates, that sort of thing. So, anyway, next week is Christmas Eve. I'll be playing Batman Arkham Origins and NASCAR Game Inside Line that day. And Christmas Day, I'll play some Forza Horizon 3, possibly some GTA 5, and whatever games I can play during the day. So, anyway, I'm glad you guys are behind me on this. And I'm glad to share the moments with you. Right there, my mom and her family. I know they're proud of me right now doing this, because if I wasn't prepared, I'd be screwed. I love my dad though, but sometimes regarding family from a mom's side, that tends to happen. You know that? Yeah. I'm handling this, and I'm more than capable here, you know? Even though Dad doesn't think so. I know that he knows that I'm capable, and that big heart of his. As Dutch Vanderlyn said to Arthur, have some faith, Arthur. Have faith. And Dad, if you're watching this, have faith. Have faith, Dad. Have faith in me. And I know you guys, my subscribers and my viewers, you guys have faith. So does my internet. So does Gary, Cindy, Cliff, Trish, Paul, Steve, Debbie, Nick, even Carolyn too. I know that they know they have faith in me. And Grandma knew before she died that she had faith in me. So does Mom, her brother, my uncle, and her dad, my maternal grandfather. I know they have faith in me, and I know Grandma trusted me with this. I knew for a fact she was prepared, and she did. I'm glad that Grandma, she kept a lot of stuff. Yeah, she kept records of everything. She knew what she was doing. She's quite technical when it comes to record keeping. So a good thing I found all those that piece of paper with the estate case number and the clerk for the Cochran probate court. I believe my cousin's wife Trish, she's a paralegal. It's like a probate / estate / will attorney. She can contact the court on my behalf. And if possible, the probate court can call me with like a judge and the clerk too. Yeah, good thing she made copies of like the my probate court documents. Good thing she made those. I found those too. Also, some of the judge's name too. And as I said, if it's possible, they can call me. We can have like a bit of a meeting over the phone, and they'll give you what I need in terms of her estate. She left no will, mind you. She left her estate to me, and it'll be processed because it got to go through the probate court. Obviously enough. Good thing she sent that. All those documents that she filled out, it was sent to them in the mail to them. That's great. It's more convenient than drive down there. So, yeah. Good thing Grandma was way prepared before this, before she was in bad health. And for me, I knew for a fact her health was declining just after Thanksgiving, or probably. Hold on, let me think. Let me think. I guess it was at the beginning of the month. Her health was in bad shape, and she was bedridden throughout most of November. Then she was in the hospital. She came home. Her health was rapidly deteriorating, and that was it. I just want to say thanks to the Ackworth Police Department, the officer who came, Officer Heflin, both detectives, and the medical examiner's office too. You guys did well helping me with this. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you guys were on my. I'm glad those guys were. I'm glad those guys were on my side here. I'm glad they were. They they guided me through. I'm glad for that. You know, I'm glad that police officers like Officer Heflin. He he did well. So did both detectives. Yeah, they guided me through it, and they made me feel at peace. You know, and Grandma, wherever she is in heaven, she's at peace. Yeah, she wanted to pass in her bedroom and in her house. It's it's a tradition up in Beloit where people pass away like that instead of like a hospital or hospice facility. Yeah, my grandfather, my gra- my grandma's husband. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my grandma's husband, my paternal grandfather, he passed he died in a hospice facility. He was only 87 years old when he died. And my mom, she died a month or so later, back in February 2017. I was in high school when both her dad and mom died. And then Craig died almost a year ago. He died back in March. He was almost 75 years old when he died. And then my grandma. Yeah, it's tough. She was the last one that I ever saw. I was by her side until the end. Even though I wasn't in the same room as her, she knew I was there. She knew for a fact that I was there by her side. Good thing to say goodbye to her one last time even though she was gone, I still said goodbye to her. I know it's gonna be hard without them, you know? But they wanted me to be happy in this trying time. And since the year's almost over and done with, I'll remember this year for the rest of my life. And if I do have a family one day, say kids, you're not going to see your your grandmother or great grandmother or your great uncle or your great grandfather. They're all gone. They would have loved you. Yeah. I consider my maternal grandparents as my grandparents here because I knew them the longest. Even though my dad says that I still have his parents, but they died before I was born. So though I know they mattered to Dad, but to me, I didn't even get a chance to see him. So I consider my maternal grandparents as my grandparents because I knew them for like a part of my life ever since I was born. And as I said about Dad, he's gonna emotionally support me through this. Whatever happens, happens, you know. As long as things go well for me, at least, I'm going to ignore all odds. Put my nose to the grindstone and keep going. And the odds will disappear, you know? And yeah. And on Christmas morning, I'll say Merry Christmas to my maternal grandparents, my mom and uncle, because said at the beginning of this, they won't be here this Christmas. Be the first time without all four of them here. And right there, they could sit right there, seeing me. And every time I visit my grandma's room, I still see her. And grandma, she was great. She was always smiling. She took my mom and I in when we had nowhere else to go. And to this day, a week later after she passed, I say thanks, Grandma. Thank you for everything. So guys, thanks so much for watching. And I'll have a great Christmas. Even though I'll be alone, but it's for the best. Cause I'll be contemplating a lot of things. Thinking all the good times I had with my grandparents and my mom and uncle. I miss them. And if you see your grandparents, spend time with them. Because one day you won't see them again. And once they're close to death, be with them. Say goodbye to them one last time. So, guys, I gotta cut this. Bye, guys.